Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent, but be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Good evening and welcome to Cathedral High School. It is the Girls City Championship right here on Indiana SRN. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Sean Kroll. Joining me here in a second is Justin Griffiths. Tonight's contest features the Cathedral Irish, the number 2 seed, coming in at 14-5, taking on the number 1 seeded Heritage Christian Eagles, coming in at 12-6. Cathedral looks to snap a 14-game winning streak, if my math is correct. Consecutive wins for Heritage Christian in the city tournament. Joining me now is Justin Griffiths. And Justin, 2 great games last night, going to lead to 1 great game tonight as the top 2 seeds chalk, if you will. The Final Four made it here for the semis. The top 2 are in the final. It's going to be a doozy.
Well, and that's what you mean. That's what you always expect is the top 4 seeds, or in Covenant Christian's case, the 5th seed there. They upset the 4 seed Cardinal Ritter in the quarters. But that's what you expect is the top 2 seeds meet in the championship game. Now, we all know, Sean, that's not what it always happens. It happened tonight, but it was not an easy way for both these squads to get here to play for the championship. And, yeah, this is the 15th time that Heritage Christian is playing for the title.
Both games last night went down to the wire, even though the scores may not have shown that. In the first game, Heritage Christian defeated Covenant Christian 58-46, and there were many a moment when Covenant Christian had a chance to cut it down to 6 or 7, couldn't quite get over the hump, and couldn't make the big basket when they wanted to. Heritage Christian didn't play that well, but played well enough to win. In game 2, at one point, Bishop Chittard led in the second half over Cathedral, but Cathedral pulled away at the end to win 53-47. Some interesting basketball last night. And in a back-to-back, it's going to be interesting, Justin, to see how the effects of last night's game and what the plans were for those games play into tonight in terms of conditioning, game plan, and quite honestly, home court advantage for Cathedral.
Yeah, and this is a very nice little test for both these teams going into the sectionals, where you have to play back-to-back nights for the semifinals and then the championship game. And this is just getting those seniors ready if they move on to the 4-year, getting ready to play in those tournament games where you might not have a day off and you have to play 4 games in 5 days. And just the conditioning that these ladies went through way back in August and September is going to be biggest key here. And you're right, this does kind of favor Cathedral a little bit because it is on their home floor.
Cathedral has been the host of the girls' Final Four for quite a few years. We've been here since we've been broadcasting it. But let's talk a little bit more about last night's games. For Heritage Christian, they were led by Sydney Watkins with 17 points. Tierney Brown had 14. Ariana Wiggins had 8. And Courtney Lee had 14 as well. Wiggins is the straw that stirs the drink. Don't get me wrong. Watkins and Brown and Lee and Deaton are fantastic for them, but everything kind of runs through Wiggins. Seeing she only had 8 points last night and they still managed to come out unscathed is a good sign for Heritage Christian.
It is definitely a great sign for them because the other night I saw them at the beginning of the year, I saw them against Ben Davis, and their offense just couldn't get clicking. I don't know if that was the Lady Giants being able to just pressure them into too many turnovers, which they did have a lot of turnovers. So let's see if Coach Reisinger, since that game, has kind of tightened them up a little bit, or is Cathedral going to be able to push this? Now, the other thing here is these two teams have already played once, and that was a 10-point Heritage Christian victory. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here in about 17 minutes.
Covenant played pretty well. I still think for Covenant, coached by Amanda Brown, that did a great job. There's still a little bit of a mental hurdle with Heritage Christian. They're the big bad, number 1 bully on the block, so to speak, in a good term, in a good sense. And they're there. Cathedral's not scared of them, but Cathedral got a scare last night from Chittard. Chittard had beaten them earlier in the year in overtime at Bishop Chittard, but they pulled it out last night. Courtney Fields had 13 points. Justice Gordon, their senior leader, had 16. Huge game from Clara Lee. She had 12 points and a huge three-pointer early in the fourth quarter. But to me, the key last night was Cassie Piper. Cassie Piper, Coach, Coach Finn gave her the assignment. You were going to shut down Moira McGinley, the leading scorer for Bishop Chatard, and she did just that. Now you look at the box score and you see, well, McGinley had 14 and she averages 16. McGinley never got into the flow. Her points were sporadic, and the offense runs through McGinley for Chatard, so they never got in the flow and could really get things rolling. Huge shout out to Piper. Now, after that victory last night and what Piper did, do you trust Piper to come back tonight on a quicker player in Ariana Wiggins to do the same thing?
I mean, you almost have to because, and again, it goes back to conditioning. Can Piper be able to do it is the bigger question here, Sean. Not if she's willing, but if she's going to be able to after having to face one of the top scorers for Chatard. And Chatard brought these Lady Irish to the brink last night and then turn around not even having 12 hours to rest your legs because you had classes this morning and all that stuff. And you had walkthroughs and whatnot. But it's going to be interesting to see what Piper can do or what Coach Finn has up her sleeve to try to shut down Wiggins.
These teams are very similar. You know me, I'm a stats guy. I said that last night. In the Sagarin, Heritage comes in 37th overall in the state at 84-21. And Cathedral is 82nd. Score of 82 is 45th. Cathedral is 2-2 versus the top 25, 3-5 versus the top 64. Heritage, a tick down this year, 0-5 versus the top 25, and 4-6 versus the top 64. However, Heritage strength of schedule 17th, Cathedral's is 42nd. That's really the one big difference in terms of their numbers that stands out between these two teams.
Well, yeah, and the fact that Cathedral is still playing at that 4A level, even though they're probably a size class 2A or 3A even, and Heritage is playing at their class size at a 3A. But that doesn't really matter anyway because Coach Reisinger has scheduled all, and I believe all of their losses have come to 4A opponents.
I believe that's correct, yes.
So it's Coach Reisinger, you know, you talked about 17th in the state for strength of schedule. They've played it, and it's just been amazing to see that they've only lost those 6 games, and it's really a test of what Coach can do here.
Speaking of what Coach can do, we've got the history of the tournament in front of us. The city championship, the girls' city championship goes back to 1975 when it was won by Ladywood St. Agnes. I'm not sure how many people know about that, but yes, that is correct. And then in 76 started a run for Arsenal Tech. However, if you look at it here on the program, it's either been Cathedral or Heritage Christian going back to 1997 when Bob Kirchhoff's Roncalli Rebels took it. Now they're in the county tournament now, but still, it's been complete domination by these two specific squads. On top of that, Heritage is looking for their 15th straight.
Yeah, I mean, it is 15 in a row is not easy to do by anything, but Coach Reisinger is 4-0 against Cathedral in this run that he's had from 05 till 19, and 5-0 against Cathedral, and even then Cathedral beat Heritage back in 03. So it's going to be a bare knuckles drag out type of fight tonight, going back and seeing if the Irish get a little bit of revenge, or does Coach Reisinger continue his dominance in the City Alliance?
You know, a lot of people would say, well, why do you keep playing the tournaments? You know, it's the same schools over and over. But, you know, we look in the runner-up column as we take a look at Coach Reisinger of Heritage Christian. You've got Chatard, Tinley, Covenant Christian, Arlington. All those schools have played in the final. Just Heritage Christian happened to be one step better than them. So there is competition in the city tournament. And if we look at all the teams that are in it, you look at teams like Arsenal Tech, like Crispus Attucks, you know, George Washington. These are schools that have a lot of tradition. But the tradition is more on the boys' side because girls basketball really didn't take off until, like we showed, the mid-'70s. So I think as time goes on, you're seeing schools like Tindley last year, and Attucks is getting better, and Cecina is getting better, that this tournament is going to get better and better as the years go by.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at these schools. You have Arsenal Tech, Covenant Christian, Heritage Christian, Cecina, Bishop Chatard, Crispus Attucks, Heron, Shortridge, Cardinal Ritter, George Washington, Manual, Thomas Carr Howe, Cathedral, and Tinley are the 13 schools in this tournament, and it's littered with history going all the way back, even on the boys' side, and that's going to be an interesting thing next week to see for that boys' semifinals and finals that we have.
Speaking of, we have those for you next Saturday and Monday, the semifinals and the finals, live right here on Indiana SRN, and they will be at Arsenal Tech High School. Hey, real quick before we take a break, the JV tournament was decided in the game before the one we are broadcasting, and Bishop Chatard is your girls' city JV champion. They defeated Heritage Christian 46-38. Congratulations to the Trojans. When we come back, we will break down more of the athletes in tonight's game. You're watching basketball, girls basketball on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
Ah, my favorite patient. Ah, my favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
My favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Hey, if you're watching us on YouTube, which I know my family is, hit that subscribe button. You'll be up to date. You will get notifications. You'll be able to go back and watch broadcasts. If not, if you're watching on the web, go to YouTube and subscribe to Indiana SRN so you can get all those notifications on the games we've got coming up, like the Boys City tournaments. We've got another webcast tonight, I believe, at Guerin Catholic, as Covenant Christian boys take on Guerin Catholic. Lots of webcast game for you. It is so much fun to do these, as the main man, O'Reilly, is our producer tonight for us. Justin, let's talk about some key players. And you look, a lot of these teams have two go-to people. We had that last night with McGinley and Rashid, and we also had, Fields and Gordon were the two big ones there. But man, Heritage Christian, it's almost like you want to pick your poison. Coach Reisinger has so many people to choose from. Tierney Brown had 14 last night, picking it up for Wiggins. Watkins had 17. Deaton can hit threes. They have a lot of options on offense, and that's a blessing if you're Coach Reisinger.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be who Cathedral decides to key on and what they decide to do pressure-wise to try to control these Lady Eagles from being able to spread it out and run the floor like Coach Reisinger likes them to do.
They are very much a defense-first squad, and as we've done broadcast against Marion, their defense leads to their offense. Their defense gets stops, and they get out quick on the fast break, and they score easy buckets. You'll see a trailer leak out once the shot goes up, so if Deaton or Lee gets a board, they can get the quick outlet pass going and get down and score. What can Cathedral do to stop that?
It's going to be exactly what Ben Davis was able to do against Heritage, which is not allow them to get that rebound clean, which what I mean by that is contest those 50-50 balls, and even then if you don't get that offensive rebound, you're hands in the face and you're not making that pass easy for Deaton or Lee to find that outlet and to have them run. And then on the half-court inbounds, just being able to do a little trap maybe and being able to force turnovers, because Heritage is prone to turning the ball over, and then as soon as they get a lot of turnovers up against them, it's going to be a mental type thing what Coach Reisinger has for them to do, because they did not respond well against Ben Davis, but they did kind of had the same problem against Marion that we called before Christmas break, and Coach Reisinger was able to get into their heads to just slow it down a little bit and to just find the open girl. She's going to be there, especially if they decide to trap.
Yeah, both teams average about 15 points per game. Cathedral scores 59 points a game, Heritage 52. They both give up right around 47, 48 points per game. 3-point shooting, both under 30%. Free throw is interesting. Heritage only shoots 55%, and Cathedral only shoots 61%. That could be really interesting. Now, on the opposite side, you've got someone like Courtney Fields, who, as Coach Finn said, when she's on, she's one of the best guards in the state. Great ball handler. She can handle pressure. Justice Gordon can handle pressure. The key is, can the other people like Clara Lee, Mia Finn, and Cassie Piper, if the ball's in their hands, can they handle the Heritage pressure and make the big plays, as we saw Clara Lee do last night with 12 points?
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing for Coach Reisinger, because I guarantee you he knows that Fields and Piper can handle and Gordon can handle that. It's going to go down to their to Cathedral's bigs if they can also handle that double team pressure and that little face-to-face guarding that they like to do if they're in the man. And that's going to be the other thing I want to see Coach Reisinger and Coach Finn both. How are they going to come out defensively on the first possession? Coach Reisinger started out in a 2-3 or 1-3-1 type thing, and Coach Finn, I believe, started out in a box and one.
Yeah, it was more of a man-to-man, but then they did that most of the game. Chittard ended up going to a zone, and what Chittard did against Cathedral is they tried to deny Fields and Gordon the dribble drive into the basket, which is why it was key last night that Lee and Finn hit some early shots to get them going, so the defense had to spread a little and allowed them to get more to the bucket. A lot of the early buckets for Cathedral were in around 4 to 6 feet from the basket. Fields and Gordon both like to get down low and kiss it off the glass for easy buckets, so it's going to be interesting. Deaton and Lee need to stay out of foul trouble for Heritage Christian, and I think Gordon and Fields need to stay out of foul trouble for Cathedral. Heritage definitely has a size advantage. Now, Finn and Gordon are both 5'10", but they're more guards-ish. Finn's kind of a low-post player, but Eaton and Lee are definite low-post players, although Deaton can come out and knock down a three on occasion. But they're down there to get boards and get outlet passes. So I think the battle on the glass is going to be huge tonight.
Yeah, and that's really good point, is that Deaton and Lee kind of camp underneath on that block, and Deaton can shoot that 15-footer to 18-footer if she absolutely needs to, and that's only when Wiggins, Watkins, and Brown aren't hitting their shots. Also, I think that Tierney Brown needs to not play scared like she did against Ben Davis, where she had a couple of instances where she had the open shot, she pumped, and then she passed it to a double-team Watkins, and that led to turnover. So it's going to be interesting to see. And you mentioned it, both these teams are not great foul shooters. Cathedral warming up, as you can see on the screen, each one of them taking one free throw or two free throws and moving on. They know that that's their weak point in this game, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens foul-wise.
One thing I think Cathedral did last night against Chittard that helped them in the game is their ability to close out on the entry passes into the low post. They were able to get hands on it or to get some confusion on Chittard and not allow them to get the passes they want. Can they do that against a team like Heritage who kind of thrives and lives on that? It's going to be very interesting. We'll see what happens there. So I think obviously one of the keys to the game is rebounding. I think you touched on another one, which is the defensive mindset for both teams. What are you looking for from each of these teams? Is it for Heritage? This is what we do and we're going to continue to do it?
Yeah, I think that is. I think that they are definitely going to try to start out in a 2-3 like Coach Reisinger loves to do, but they're not afraid, and they're going to be able to just continue to work on their man, because they know down the stretch in tournament time, man-to-man is what wins you more games than playing zone, because you're not giving up that open shot. And for the flip side with Cathedral, if Heritage does decide to go zone to start off with, you have to find the open shot. Rather that's going to be that free throw 15-foot jumper, or is it going to be that three-pointer in the corner? You're just going to have to be able to find it quick, because Heritage likes to fly to the ball and close out very, very quickly, and they're able to do it so efficiently. So don't pump fake if you have the shot. You have to take the shot, be confident in your shot, and make sure that it's a great look. And that's what's going to be probably Coach Friend's message coming down in here for the final pregame huddle and discussion that Cathedral walks into.
I definitely think Cathedral needs to hit some outside shots early to kind of loosen up that defense of Heritage Christian a little bit and allow them some more movement. It's going to be really interesting. How much of a home court advantage do you think goes into being at Cathedral? They're the away team. They're wearing the green. They're going to be away on the board. Heritage Christian's number 1 seed. How much of a difference does that make playing on your home court?
I'm not going to lie and say that it's not going to be a bad thing, but it's definitely not going to be as effective as what Coach Reisinger might want it to be.
All right, there you have it. When we come back, we will have starting lineups and tip-off of the Girls City Championship live from Cathedral High School, Heritage Christian and Cathedral. You are watching girls basketball on Indiana SRN, where you are always in the game.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
And we are back here at Cathedral High School. Again, the Girls City Championship right here on Indiana SRN. The number 1 seeded Heritage Christian Eagles coming in at 12-6. Taking on the number 2 seeded Cathedral Irish coming in at 14-5. I'm Sean Kroll along with Justin Griffiths. Thank you so much for joining us. And as you see them give the starting lineups, we are going to give the starting lineups. Starting with the Cathedral Irish, coached by Lisa Finn. 14-5 in her first year at Cathedral High School. A guard, 5'8 junior, number 2, Courtney Fields. Another guard, number 11, a 5'6 senior, Cassie Piper. In their 3-guard lineup, their go-to person averaging 16.3 points per game. 5'10 senior, number 22, Justice Gordon. The 2 girls in the post, a 5'7 junior, number 23, Clara Lee. And a 5'10 junior, number 32, Mia Finn. There you go. Your Cathedral Irish. And yes, don't be alarmed. They did turn the lights down for the pregame introduction since we are here at Cathedral. There's nothing wrong with your device. Now for the quote-unquote home team, the Heritage Christian Eagles, coached by Rick Reisinger, 323-73, 15 years at Heritage Christian. Their 2-guard lineup, number 12, a 5'8 junior, number 12, I said that, Ariana Wiggins. a 5'9" senior guard, number 15, Sydney Watkins. Their three forwards, a 5'8" junior, number 3, Tierney Brown. Another forward, 6'1" senior, number 42, Emery Deaton. And finally, a 6'1" junior, number 44, Courtney Lee. Those are your Heritage Christian Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, should be a very good matchup here. Very tight game. And even John Harrell has this game he actually has the Irish +3.
Very, very interesting as you see Cathedral broke out their green uniforms, trimmed in navy and gold for the big game tonight. Heritage Christian, as you can see right now, in their requisite white, trimmed in blue and black as we get set for basketball here on Indiana SRN. For all the games, if you are curious about what is on our network, indianasrn.org. Schedule will pop up right there as we've got Sydney Watkins and Justice Gordon set to tip the Girls City Championship right here on Indiana SRN. By the way, I have never come across this. Very cool as Heritage Christian wins the tip. An all-female officiating crew tonight for this city championship. Wiggins has the ball, tried to go down low on the post to Courtney Lee, but it got knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Heritage Christian. Those three ladies, Ashley Crawford, Kenya Jones, and Kaylin Jose, are the three female officials. Congratulations to them. What an amazing thing to have an all-girl lineup on the court in every fashion tonight. As Watkins has it, top of the key, tries to throw it away. The defensive pressure there, tried to get it to Deaton, out of bounds.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers for Heritage Christian. Not able to figure out exactly how they want to play. That man's really startling them here early.
Got a little zone defense here for Heritage Christian early as Lee has it. Gordon again is their leading scorer. As in the corner, there's the MVP from last night, Piper. She missed the jumper, and Watkins down with the board. Heritage likes to get up and down. Brown couldn't get it, but there for the putback. She's going to be fouled, though, is Courtney Lee. And that looked like it was on Gordon. We'll see. Yes, it is. And Justice Gordon, her first. Looks like Fields, got a little shaken up there. She's a little slow to get up.
Yeah, that was going to be the bigger question. Was it on Justice or Fields? It's still going to be on the floor. So, as you see, Heritage inbounding the ball.
Wonder if they knock knees or something. Tierney Brown's just going to put up a three, and there you go, the first bucket of the game. A three ball from Tierney Brown. Cathedral down with the basketball. Stolen Wiggins, she is so quick. Up, under, scores.
And this is exactly what Coach Reisinger wanted. A quick start for his girls and able to startle the Irish here at home.
Wiggins in the passing lane, got a piece of it. Claire Lee had a big night last night. Jumper goes down. They needed a bucket. She got it for him.
Yeah, able to stop that 5-0 run for Heritage. Let's see if they can get started on another one here.
Did they call that a three? I didn't think that was a three at all. Okay, there you go. There's two on the board. Watkins drives in. Oh, Brown up with the left hand. Wow. Thought she'd forced it, but it went down. And we are at a frenetic pace here early in this city championship. Piper now almost lost it. The pressure, the defensive pressure from Heritage is incredible. They're going to try and keep it out. Oh, Watkins stole it, but she stepped out of bounds.
And again, the referee.
Right there.
Yeah, right there, first of all. But the fact that she was right there, she was almost in the path of Watkins and was still able to make that correct call. Big tip of the hat to her.
I don't know if you noticed, but Coach Finn was none too happy with that action from Cathedral there that led to the almost turnover as Lee goes in. The hands of Heritage are quick, and they will try and get the basketball at all times. Gordon needs that bucket, doesn't go down. And Watkins, there it is. There's the easy outlet to Brown, up and under. They'll leak that trailer out, and quick, we got a 30-second. It's 9-2, Heritage Christian. whoever's at the top of the key for Heritage, Justin, will leak out when that shot goes up, and man, it just makes the fast break so easy.
Well, and we'll see it here. Just easy stolen pass, easy job, but more great presence of mind by Tierney Brown to fake, get that pump, and allow that Cathedral Irish player to flow by her and then lay it up for the easy two instead of possibly having her shot blocked, and then Irish are coming the other way.
Yeah, absolutely correct there. And it can be Brown, it can be Watkins, it can be Wiggins. Those are the three that will kind of start to cut back on that fast break, looking for the rebound from Deaton and Lee. And 7 quick points for Tierney Brown here early, and it's a 7-point deficit for Cathedral as they have the basketball. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Fields now. We'll get it as they work it across. Gordon there, 22, is their leading scorer. A lot of skip passes last night Cathedral had against Chittard. I'm not sure that's a method you want to employ too often against Heritage Christian.
No, and you see it here as that skip pass is stolen away by Tierney Brown, who again just is able to miss that shot, but great shot selection by Heritage early.
And Gordon got down quick, and they're going to call the block and the bucket on Tierney Brown. We'll see, that is Brown's first. Oh, she missed the shot. I thought it went in. But Justice Gordon will get 2 shots. She's our leading scorer, 16.3 points per game. And she shoots 62% from the foul line. Okay. Are they asking if that shot went down? Did it count? The basket is good, as you can see here on the replay. And it is good. Yes, it is. That's why he's the best, folks. Misses the free throw. And you cannot do that against Heritage. 9-4 here early. You can see the score there on your screen along with the clock. Heritage kind of running their offense for the first time. Oh, nice ball movement there. They found Lee wide open on the post, but she lost control of the basketball.
Yeah, and it was just they were able to get that swing movement that they like to do, but Courtney Lee not able to handle the inside pass.
Their ball movement's fantastic as Fields has it now for Cathedral. Clara Lee, big game last night for them. There is Piper, who is the defensive stopper for them. Lee can hit a 3 if you leave her open. They found Gordon down low, and she'll knock that down all day. She's got 4, and it's 9-6. And they had the outlet. Wiggins just a little too hot for Watkins.
Yeah, and again, just able to find her was big enough, but you found her too deep. And the fact that this is Cathedral's home floor, you're not used to that paint being there if you're Heritage.
See what happens now offensively. They're going to try and look to get it to Gordon again. Fields drives in, couldn't find anything. They're going to try. They're working around. Gordon with a 3 ball. She's feeling it now. As we have us a tie ball game. 7 points for Gordon, 7 points for Tierney Brown. And it's a 9-9 ball game. Man to man, or woman to woman, if you will, for Cathedral. Trying to post up down low. Almost had the ball stolen. Gordon on Deaton. That's an interesting matchup as they have Piper on Watkins. I would expect her to be on Wiggins, but no. And travel. Nice defense there, caused turnover.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just the fact that Watkins looked to try to move a little bit without the ball, and Piper was able to shut her down.
Nice defense there by Lee, but then Piper got loose. Stolen by Lee again. What do we got?
Looks like it's going to be foul on Heritage.
Oh, wow.
Going to be on Deaton. Her first, team second.
Deaton, that's interesting. I did not see that. Great post defense to knock the ball away, but they get it inbounds to Gordon. Piper's going to try a high arcing three. No good. Wiggins tipped it out. Quick hands. She was able to save it. Wiggins can handle the basketball. Look at that pass to Brown. They'll work it back around. Wiggins is going to go to a D1 school. Pull-up jumper from inside the three-point line. No good. But there it is. Up and under, and the bucket by Watkins.
And again, just Sydney Watkins having the presence of mind not to run away like some of her teammates did on that. And we'll see it here on the replay. Down low on the court cam, the missed shot led to that and one opportunity.
Which she missed. Fouls on Piper. That is her first. Two on each team is Gordon trying to get the ball again. Fields hasn't been able to get going. Skip pass over to Gordon. 3 ball. She's already made one. Missed that one, and Watkins with the board, and here they go. Quickly over. Brown. 3 ball. Got it. She's got 10 in the first quarter. It's 14-9. Fields says, all right, I'll try one. And the bank is open. 14-12. Got some offense tonight. Brown again, going to go to the line as she's fouled by Fields. That's a mismatch right there.
Yeah, I feel like if Tierney Brown was able to take maybe a couple more dribbles, she would have had an easier shot and maybe had an and one opportunity here. As it is, she has 2 foul shots coming here with under 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
First one is good for Brown. She's having a fantastic first quarter. Wiggins has 2, Watkins has 2, and Tierney Brown has the rest for the Eagles as they look for their 15th straight city championship.
Well, Sean, what did you expect with both these teams having huge first quarters that led to their semifinal victories, both over Covenant and Chittard?
Clara Lee with the 3 ball, no good. Brown with the rebound, gets it down to Watkins. And they're going to call a reaching foul on Piper, and that's her second.
And here is the first big challenge for Coach Finn. Do you take Piper out here, or do you allow her to play with 2 fouls?
It's interesting. She is a senior, so you're hoping she's going to play smart and not get that 3rd foul. Nice job by Clara Lee. Cut off the entry pass on the cut to the bucket by Wiggins. Fields somehow gets it to go. And she's got 2. It's a 1-point lead for Heritage. Cathedral hanging right with them. Top 2 seeds in the city. And Wiggins, man, her passing tonight is off a little bit, I think.
A little bit, but at the same time, she's trying to pull that Patrick Mahomes type eye fake and throw it the other direction. You know, it works for Patrick, but that's because he's in the NFL and took years and years of practice. I'm sure that she'll be able to get it down by the time she's in college.
Jasmine Williams, a 5'6" junior, in for Heritage for Emory Deaton. And then just like that, the turnover will give it back to Cathedral, and they have a chance for their first lead of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, boy. She got down low, did Finn. They couldn't convert with the jump shot by Gordon, and it goes back to Heritage. Nice kick out to Jasmine Williams for the 15-footer, no good. And Justice Gordon with the board. Oh, numbers. Lee has it back to Gordon. Up and good, and the foul. Gordon's got 9. That foul is on Watkins, her first, and Ashley Pettigrew checks in for Heritage Christian.
And again, you just see easy ball movement by Cathedral, and Gordon able to follow it up with that and one opportunity that she connects with.
Nice cut to the basket, nice pass. Get the N1, and Cathedral's up 17-15, and they are the Irish on the scoreboard, surprisingly.
Yeah, we talked about that off the air, if Cathedral is going to be the guest or the Irish. They are the Irish.
A lot of contact on Wiggins. They get it back out for a jump shot from the free throw line. No good. And down comes Cathedral. And Clara Lee lost it.
I'll say this, though. Both teams brought a great fan base for a city championship. You would expect nothing less, but you mentioned it. Heritage did not bring this type of fan base to the semifinal last night.
That is correct, as there's 10 seconds left to go. 2-point lead for Cathedral. 7 seconds. Watkins has it. Jump shot gets it to go. And long shot from Fields, no good. Distance was good, but it was off. And at the one period of play, it is tied at 17. Come back for period 2 on Indiana SRN.
Life Centers offers love and compassion to all women and men who come through our 8 centers. The goal of this love and compassion is that we would not only save babies from abortion, but also transform lives and create families. The forms of this love and compassion are our services. All of our services are offered free of charge to our clients. To learn more about Life Centers, contact us at lifecenters.com or call us at 317-280-2635. Life Centers. We choose compassion.
Hey, never miss a game or match on YouTube. Check us out. Subscribe to Indiana SRN on YouTube and stay up to date with all the latest action. Speaking of tomorrow, our man Riley will be at Guerin Catholic for the Circle City Conference Wrestling Tournament. Yes, wrestling will be on YouTube or indianasrn.org. Hit that subscribe button. Tell all your friends, family, pets.
Pets?
Hey, we'll take anything we can get. End of one quarter. What do you think so far, Justin?
I mean, it's exactly what we predicted. Tierney Brown was able to step up for the absence of Wiggins, who's 1 of 3 shooting. Sydney Watkins has 2 of 2 shooting. But it's really Tierney Brown and Justice Gordon show so far.
Well, here we go. Quarter number 2, all knotted up just as we started. Clara Lee, open 3 ball. She'll knock it down. Can't leave her open as Wiggins comes down. You've got Wiggins, Brown, Watkins with the basketball, Pettigrew, and Deaton on the floor for Heritage Christian. The starter's still on the floor for Cathedral, as nice drive by Tierney Brown, and she continues to stay hot. Jump shot no good. Wiggins with the board. Little move. Just what a little head fake move. And a little teardrop. Down to Gordon again. Nice job by Pettigrew. Brown got caught up, but they'll get it to Wiggins and they'll slow it down. 21-20 your score, as you can see on your screen. And this could be a really, really good dogfight. Deaton with the long jump shot, no good. Long pass to Leah, almost out of bounds. It's almost like Cathedral's trying to beat Heritage at their own game.
Yeah, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because that is also Cathedral's type of style.
What defense by Wiggins to alter the shot. Oh, my goodness, dribbling around everybody. Dish. Brown thought about it. Pop from 3. Got it.
Big time 3 by Tierney Brown, and it's a Heritage 4-point lead here.
And Tierney Brown is on fire. They're looking to get it down to Finn in the post, but Pettigrew's on her. Jump shot there by Fields. Did that hit something before it went in? I couldn't really tell, but it went down, her second 3, and it's a 1-point game. Back and forth. That is a great crowd here tonight at Cathedral.
Yeah, and I was going to say, if you don't think these student sections know what's at stake here, you're sorely mistaken, as Maya Finn travels with the ball.
Yeah, Gordon did a great job coming in to defend the pass and knock it away, but a little confusion there caused the travel, so Heritage will have it under their own basket. You got the great end camera view tonight as they get it inbounds to Wiggins. Yeah, that's an S on the end. This is Watkins now with the basketball. So many playmakers. Nice give and go to Pettigrew. Pick and roll for the bucket.
And I mean, let's see if that's what Cathedral tries to do down here, because if you're going to want to beat Heritage at their own game, you're going to have to use that pick and roll.
Nice defense there by Pettigrew on Finn reaching in there. I think we got a jump ball, which means it'll go to Heritage Christian.
And again, that change of possession is key as Pettigrew checks, or Deaton checks out, Courtney Lee checks in for Heritage. And let's just see what keeps up, because Coach Reisinger very animated on the sideline here as Wiggins not ready for that inbound pass.
Instructions to the general. Wiggins, only a junior, gets the pick from Pettigrew. Thought about going there, but good defense by Clara Lee. Brown over to Wiggins. She'll stop and pop and got it. Her first three. It's a 6-point cushion now for the Eagles. Gordon finds her way to the bucket. Couldn't convert. I think they're going to get that one on Gordon too. Boy, she kind of slithered through the defense and got close, but couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, again, dribble drive. Great job by Gordon. Just not able to connect as we see the 3-point by Wiggins. Nice, easy catch shoot. You got to love that shooting motion that she has.
Yeah, they collapsed on the dribbler and just left Wiggins wide open. The pick from Pettigrew. No. Dice. Oh, they tried to get it down to her, forced it out of bounds. It'll stay with Heritage.
And again, your Wiggins, you don't have to force that shot or that pass play because you got into the height of Cathedral and they were able to tip it away harmlessly to the sideline. But that could have been big time trouble.
They got 6 on the floor. They need somebody to come off. And it's
again,
Pettigrew.
Pettigrew not paying attention to who's coming in or the sub. That's really on the sub there, Sean, not being able to communicate fully on who's coming in and who's coming out.
That is true. Good point, Justin. Brown, who's been unbelievable tonight, and there's another foul on Fields. That'll be her second, and the fouls are kind of becoming an issue for Cathedral as Fields, Piper, and Gordon all have 2 fouls.
And what's worse for Cathedral, besides you having your 3 biggest scorers in foul trouble, is that the next foul puts Heritage at the line with 4:20 left to play in this first half.
Brown makes 1. Pettigrew checks in for Deaton. Just a little bit of coaching there on the sideline for the quick talk with Pettigrew, and she's right back in. Misses the second. So down comes Fields for the Irish. They need a bucket. Finn into number 14, which is Caroline Klein for Cathedral. Bucket up, no good. Lee with the board. We get it to Pettigrew, and she throws it away.
Yeah,
got to slow down.
So Caroline Klein and then Katie Brimmer, the 2 missed shots for the Irish, but they're able to force a bad turnover by Heritage Christian. And now let's see what the Lady Irish does here.
Brimmer got playing time last night. Klein did not, but they weren't in foul trouble as they got it to Klein. It went out of bounds. It'll go to Heritage Christian. But you got to sit those 2 girls down. You got to sit Gordon and Lee down to save them. You don't want them to get their 3rd foul here in the first half.
Well, especially Gordon, who had such a hot first quarter. She kind of cooled off there, and then picking up her 2nd foul leads you to the pine every time.
Again, 7-point lead for Heritage Christian. 3.5 to go here in the second quarter. Stop and pop from Wiggins, no good. Pettigrew there, up and, missed it. Lee, there's that height advantage. Missed it again, and they're going to get Pettigrew, I think, with the foul on over the back on that one.
And Coach Finn is just animated on the sideline. She's not happy with how her Irish are not closing out on the 50-50 rebounds opportunities that they've had here.
By the way, Lisa Finn was Miss Basketball in 1996. Obviously, her last name was not Finn. And for some reason now, Chris Huppenthal told me this morning, and I have forgotten her last name, but Huntington North, I remember the school. She was Miss Basketball 1996, went to Ball State, then ended up playing at Valpo. Ball stays out of bounds with Cathedral here. Again, 7-point lead, 3 minutes to go here in the first half of the city championship.
An offensive foul on Maya Finn, being able to just extend her arm and gets the easy call.
Scoring slowed down a little bit here as we've got a timeout on the floor. 30-23, Heritage Christian.
Full timeout.
And we'll take it with them. You're watching basketball on Indiana SRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Back here at Cathedral High School, it's Girls City Championship on Indiana SRN. Heritage Christian with the basketball in the lead, 30-23. And Justin, at that timeout, Justice Gordon and Clara Lee check back in for Cathedral with 2 fouls apiece, 3 minutes to go. It's going to be interesting to see how they can stay out of foul trouble.
Well, and that's the thing. They switched to a zone-type defense here, but it's Cathedral has to have some spark on the offense. They only have 6 points off of 2 threes going for them here in the second quarter after a great first quarter by Justice Gordon. On the flip side, Tyranny Brown has 17 points already.
Yeah, she had 14 all of last night and averages 8.6. You know, you look for players like that to step up in games like these, and she's doing it. Scoring's kind of slowed down. It was tied at 17 at the end of one. Tip from behind by Watkins. What a great defensive play. Trying to get it to Wiggins. She dribbled it off her foot. Oh, I thought she dribbled it off her foot.
No, Courtney Fields was able to poke the ball free, and it bounced. It did look like it hit off of Wiggins' foot, but that says the lady in the stripes.
A little lull in scoring columns here lately. See if anybody can get a bucket here, as all about 2 minutes until halftime. Still a 7-point lead for Heritage Christian. Watkins, top of the key, with Wiggins, Deaton, Pettigrew, and Brown on the floor. Down to Pettigrew, kicked it out. Deaton will hit that if you leave her open. She didn't hit that one, but Gordon lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Heritage Christian as Lee checks in for Pettigrew. You've got Lee, Klein, Gordon, Fields, and Piper on the floor for the Irish. They run that inbounds play every time to Lee in that corner. Watkins saw space, got it to Lee, she'll kick it back out. 3 from Wiggins, no good. Board on the floor, diving for it. Cathedral will get it. Boy, they had Klein wide open and couldn't get it to her. Piper got it to Klein. She missed the shot. Brown with the rebound. Still a lot of time off the clock with no points going up on the board, but you know, you get those runs, you get the defense going, and the defensive adjustments give and go off of Piper's foot.
You can see that Deaton did not want to give that ball up when she did, because it was almost like a reflexive type pass there, Sean, because too late she saw that there was both the Irish were cutting towards her.
Nice pass fake there by Watkins. Got the shot, wouldn't go. Going to get a jump ball. It'll go to Cathedral, though, as she fought for the rebound with Clara Lee.
Not the most terrible thing if you're a Heritage Christian. Yes, you lose possession, but you get that possession back at the half instead of having Cathedral with possession and time to try to kind of regroup.
Mia Finn in for Klein, so the starter's in for Cathedral again. Fields has it. They'll work it around back to Fields in the corner. Collapsing on her. Gordon has it. They're trying to get her to her down low. Lee will knock that down, and she does. She's a good shooter. 2 threes this quarter, and it's a 4-point lead, under a minute to go. Little weave at the top. Nice pick. Watkins kicks it out. Brown. No dice. Lee with the board, and will Cathedral hold it, or will they try and go down and score? Fields goes up and under. Contact, no foul. And now plenty of time for Heritage. Wiggins just buzzes down. Way off on the shot, though. And another shot for Cathedral to try and score. Fields. Nice job by Deaton to prevent the shot. Here's that three by Clara Lee. Gordon with the skip pass over. She's open. Bang.
Easy ball movement there by Cathedral. Let's see what they do here with 3 seconds left. They don't realize it.
No, they don't. Gordon does. Gets it off. No good. Boy, Fields almost forgot about it. And at the end of the first half of play, it's 30-26 Heritage Christian. Stay tuned for the halftime show. You're watching Indiana SRN.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
In athletics, we embrace the school's mission to glorify God, pursue excellence, and disciple students. This mission is at the core of who we are, driving our students and coaches to pursue athletics in a distinctive way that brings honor to Jesus Christ. Athletics teaches students about the value of competition, about teamwork and goal setting, about respect and hard work. The privilege of interscholastic athletic participation can be one of the most rewarding experiences in a student's life. The responsibility associated with this privilege can help the student-athlete maintain proper perspective and serve as a reminder of what is truly important in life. We win through sports if we develop competitive and successful athletic teams and individuals. We win through life if we glorify God to be the best that we can be. As we build on our statewide reputation of athletic excellence that emphasizes sportsmanship and outreach, I look forward to seeing how God will continue to use Heritage Christian Athletics to impact our community.
The greatest thing ever said about mankind was that we were made in God's image.
The best thing for me about Heritage is that you form such close relationships with teachers and other students. It's just amazing for me to be walking down the hallway and to run into one of my old elementary school teachers and they still remember my name. They'll come up and give me a big hug and be like, Rachel, oh, how are you doing? Like, tell me about your life.
That's right. That's right.
We are integrating a biblical worldview into everything that we do here. Every class that we have, every relationship that's here on campus, every athletic activity, team, club, fine arts, that's part of the value proposition of discipleship here at Heritage. And how our faculty and staff speak into and pour into our student lives is so important. And you see that in so many ways. You see it obviously in the classroom, but you also see it with teachers who lead clubs, who are talking and tutoring with students after school, who really care about what's going on in our students' lives, and they're there to make a difference.
I am Heritage.
Heritage Christian.
I am Heritage. I am Heritage.
Every hurt and every sting, he has walked the suffering, he knows.
Back here at Cathedral High School, it is the Girls City Championship right here on Indiana SRN. I'm Sean Crawl along with Justin Griffiths, our producer Riley Thomason. It is 30-26. Heritage Christian and a half. Real quickly, the scoring totals won't take long. For Cathedral, 8 for Fields, 10 for Gordon, and 8 for Lee. For 26 for Heritage Christian, 17 for Brown, 7 for Wiggins, 4 for Watkins, and 2 for Pettigrew for 30. Justin, keys in the second half for both these squads.
Well, for Cathedral, it's going to be moving Cassie Piper from Wiggins or Watkins, whoever she was guarding, because she was guarding both in both quarters, to Tierney Brown, who was 3 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from three-point land. And for Heritage, it's just being able to contend Gordon, who is 3 of 8 from the field and 1 of 2 from three-point.
Heritage Christian starts with the basketball. They get it down low to lead. They'll kick it back out as Tierney Brown looks to get going, but wide open 3 from Watkins, and she knocks it down. And that's exactly the start you're looking for if you're Heritage Christian. Tipped out of bounds by Wiggins.
And I was going to say, if you're Heritage Christian offensively, you're going to want to get Watkins and Wiggins into the fold of the offense. And if you're Cathedral, you're going to want to get Fields more into the offense.
Skip passed over to Piper. Nothing doing there, but they got it down low to Finn. She threw it up. A lot of contact, but she got the ball back somehow. Gordon kicks it over. Fields with the 3 ball, and she answers. 3 for 3, as in 3 for each team, here to start the second half. Just like the first half started. High octane. Wiggins now with the basketball. She'll pull up, nails it. First 3 shots go in, and it's a quick start again. Claire Lee with the basketball. She'll get it over to Fields. She thought about it. Piper skip past Lee's, hit him all night. She missed that one, though. Nice fight for the board. That's going to go to Cathedral.
As we just see, great ball movement by Heritage, being able to just work the ball around, get a nice screen, and open shot for 3.
Emma Williams in now for Heritage Christian for Emory Deaton, 5'10 senior. Watkins, boy, she telegraphed that when she saw it coming and knocked it away. So that they're going to get the basketball. Knocked it off of the Irish players. Now, early substitutions, Caroline Klein in for Justice Gordon.
Well, that's because Justice Gordon picked up her 3rd personal foul. Or no, they actually gave it to Maya Finn, her 2nd.
So Tierney Brown with the basketball. Over to Watkins. They'll work it over to Emma Williams. Brown in the corner. A double team, and they're kind of a matchup zone here for Cathedral. Claire Lee almost stole it. Boy, she hurt her shoulder there. She's holding it. Wiggins for 3. Got it.
2-pointer.
Did they give it a 2-pointer?
Yep, 2-pointer.
Wiggins
Referee
scores, and Lee still holding her left shoulder.
Referee made it very clear early on that her foot was on the line, so it's going to be a 2-point basket.
All right, 38-29, Heritage Christian. You're watching Indiana SRN.
Parents, do you like free food? Hike it on over to Prodigy Burger and Bar, where Monday is family night and kids eat free. Every day you can find daily specials featuring craft burgers, tacos, wings, and more. Prodigy is now playing the NFL Sunday Ticket on more than 25 TVs, so you won't miss a second of your favorite teams. Prodigy also caters, hosts private events, as well as dine and donates. Celebrate your school spirit with us at Prodigy Burger and Bar. More than just burgers, located in Clay Terrace in Carmel.
Never miss an upcoming game on Indiana SRN. It is YouTube. Subscribe, as you can subscribe. Sorry, we had some communication with some people down in the court, so we got a little confused there. As I think it's still a 3 on the scoreboard, but I believe it was a 2. Let's take a look at it.
And again, this referee here on the sideline, she's going to call it almost immediately.
Oh yeah, you can see her. You can see her foot on it.
And again, great call by her, because that's the correct call. The just the scoreboard and the official book have not changed it.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here. 6 minutes to go.
But again, great job by these lady referees. You know, they said that this is one of their first times that an all-female referee has done a game of this caliber as Klein misses the shot.
But Piper there for the putback, and she scores.
And so you know their nerves are a little bit shot after that first half of play, but great call by them. And
well,
again,
but the official put her 2 down. That's on the table to get that right.
Yeah.
That's not on them.
No, and that's what I'm saying is like they've done a great job all night.
Watkins goes up strong, nothing doing. Tierney Brown with the big board. Goes up strong with the left hand, a lot of contact. It goes down to Klein. And Fields will come down with it. Gordon's still on the bench. As they get cutting to Piper, she goes up from behind. Wiggins blocks the shot. A lot of contact, and she'll shoot 2. If that's on Finn, that's her 3rd.
No, well, I don't know. It's going to be on Brigham. Nope.
No, that's it's on Finn. It's her 3rd. Let's take a look at this play here. Klein up with it. No dice, but Piper there with the putback. Wiggins makes the first. And Pettigrew checks in for Williams.
Now, if you're Coach Freisinger, we've seen them multiple times here, Sean. I don't know if you were able to talk to him. What's his mantra about having nobody on those foul lines when his girls shoot free throws?
That's a great question. I don't know. Lee with the 3 ball, no good. Fight under the boards for the basketball. Boy, and Finn comes up with it. Fields behind the back. I guess it's almost an expectation of you're going to make them, so why be there? Blocked that. I think Pettigrew got a piece of that, but Klein came up with the board. Piper, 3 ball. Boy, they needed that one. Shots aren't falling. It's a 9-point lead, and here comes Wiggins. Quickly to Watkins for the deuce. And it's an 11-point lead, and just like that is when it happens. It comes fast and furious for the Eagles. And a turnover, and Watkins again. Oh, what a block!
You don't see a block like that
often.
But Cassie Piper not giving up on the play and was able to get her mitt on the ball.
Wow.
It's still going to go to Heritage, but that could be game changer.
Big recovery speed there from Piper, but it stays with Heritage. Watkins with the air ball off the board. And no points there on that possession after it looked like an easy layup. Fields with the 3, nothing going. But Klein there with the putback. Big bucket. And it's an 8-point game.
Now let's see what Heritage does after they set up their offense.
Watkins has it on the left side.
They have lead down low.
Wiggins, space, kicks out. Nice move by Watkins, up strong, blocked by Klein. And they're going to call a foul on Watkins, I believe. Good defense here. Yes, that is on Watkins. That's her 2nd. Oh, they have Watkins for 3. I must have missed one. Claire Lee has the basketball. 3 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. 8-point lead for Heritage Christian. Klein's played some good basketball for them. Open shot. Got a little space, but come up a little bit short. Heritage with the basketball, and Wiggins. Skip pass. Brown hasn't done much so far here in the 2nd half, but not many people have, as there hasn't been much scoring. It's been all Wiggins for Heritage. She kind of got out of control there. Brown with an open 3 ball. No good. And Pettigrew with the board. Smothered, and the defense is everywhere, and that's going to be a jump ball. It'll go to Cathedral. She got caught there and didn't really have anywhere to go.
Yeah, and what was really bad for Cathedral, however, was Mia Finn and Caroline Klein had the ball first, and it allowed Pettigrew to come in and get that jump ball call. If they were to just had a little bit of communication, they might have been able to turn it into some fast break points.
Fields open 3 ball off the mark, but there, Finn with the bucket and the foul. And that may be 4 on Watkins. Let's take a look at that replay.
Finally gets into the scoring column here. They give it to Pettigrew, but you had the case, Sean, for Watkins possibly picking up her 4th.
This can be a 5-point game if Finn makes this bucket from the free throw line. She does not. But they stole it, knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Cathedral. The Fire without Gordon, who's now back in. Boy, go back to that sequence of the easy layup for Watkins. And Wiggins got rolled up on. The easy bucket for Watkins and the play by Piper to block it was huge, and Wiggins is still down.
Piper will pick up her 3rd. But, yeah, the bigger concern right now is Wiggins, if she's able to continue. She's able to kind of control herself and jog over to the huddle before the referees blow it time to start back play again. So that's good news. Let's just see how much longer she can continue this, because that's going to be crucial here, Sean, as she's had a decent second half.
Her quickness is such a huge part of her game. So we'll see what happens. 6-point lead for Heritage and the basketball. Tierney Brown, little nice skip pass, but way to get in that lane by Mia Finn. It's a turnover. And Cathedral can cut into that lead again. Wiggins knocked it away, but right back. Claire Lee with the 3 ball, no good. Finn with the board off of, they called that for Heritage. Oh my goodness. They called that off of Heritage.
Yeah, it looked like Finn picked up her 4th originally. No call. But those referees have been allowing them to play all night. And now we have a 3 ball.
Piper! Piper nails it. It's a 3-point game. Under a minute and a half to go here in the 3rd quarter. Piper has 5 in this period. Wiggins up, floater, teardrop, no good. Gets her on board. A lot of contact. And Finn with the big board. And Claire Lee's all by herself. They tried to get it. She lost it off her leg. Oh, they had a chance. Take a look at that last play. Over to Piper. Bang. Exactly 1 minute to go here in the 3rd quarter, and it's been a good 3rd quarter for Cathedral. Heritage had a run, but now a bigger run by Cathedral, and they're going to get Piper with the foul. And that's going to be her 4th.
That's huge, because she was able to hit that big-time 3, and now she has to sit for the rest of this quarter and possibly most of the 4th.
Yeah. Fields back in, though. They get it into Deaton. Give and go to Wiggins. Wiggins up, floater, got it. She's got 9 this quarter. It's a 5-point lead with under a minute to go. Fields driving baseline, couldn't get it to go, and Watkins has it.
And now it looks like Coach Reisinger wants to hold for 1.
It's a smart play. 5-point lead, get a little bit of momentum going into the 4th quarter. And Brown picked up her dribble. She needs some help. Wiggins is going to shoot 2 on a foul by Claire Lee. She may have gone too early, but she got the foul on Lee. That's only Lee's first foul, but Wiggins has 2 shots. First one is good, and Wiggins is having herself a quarter. Jasmine Williams checks in, as does Emma Williams for Brown and Deaton. Second free throw coming. You still got time if you're Cathedral to get a shot off. Makes both. Fields looking to go all the way up, and just missed it. At the end of 3, Heritage Christian leads 45-38. Come back for the fourth quarter to decide the city championship right here on Indiana SRN.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Back at Cathedral High School, it's the Girls City Championship right here on Indiana SRN. Along with Justin Griffiths, I'm Sean Kroll. 8 more minutes to decide the title. Right now, Heritage Christian is in front of Cathedral, 45-38. Everything worked out with the score. This is the correct score. No worries there. Heritage will start the fourth quarter with the basketball. Wiggins, Lee, Deaton, Watkins, and Brown, their starters on the floor. Lee, Finn, Gordon, Klein, and Fields on the floor for Cathedral. And there's going to be a foul there on Justice Gordon. That's going to be her third. Piper on the bench with 4 for Cathedral. She had a big third quarter for the Irish.
Actually, that's Justice's 4th.
Oh my goodness, I was off one. That's her 4th foul. And just like that, things are going to get interesting as Katie Bremer checks in for the Irish as Claire Lee knocks that out of bounds. Wow, that's a huge foul.
Yeah, that's a big difference there, Sean. And what's a bigger difference is the timeouts. Coach Reisinger still has all 5 of his, while Coach Finn only has 2 left of hers.
Just goes to show you it's hard to keep book and do play-by-play at the same time. And color. Watkins, nice little move up. Wow, no foul on that. And she goes down, but Watkins somehow gets it back. Wiggins thought about it, looking no worse for wear after getting rolled up on.
Well, and that's the great news is that Wiggins doesn't look any worse for wear, so good on her as she loses it down low. But Cathedral touches it last before it hits the sideline.
Nice defense by Cathedral, closing down those passing lanes and not letting.
It really is, and it's just bad luck that they're the last ones to touch it, as they're trying to play the hustle ball, and you can't really fault them for that if you're Coach Lisa Finn.
45-38, as Lee almost gets it from Wiggins, and Wiggins is taking over as she scores to start the fourth. It's a 9-point lead. Lee thought about the 3, drove in, got it to Klein, but Fields will take it and got it. She's hit a 3 per quarter. She's got 14. It's a 6-point game. Watkins open, 3, no good. Finn with the board. Deaton was there, but Finn, almost a travel there. And they called it. I didn't think she picked up her pivot foot, but they called it on her. It'll go to Heritage Christian.
And again, just as Coach Reisinger is going to take one of his timeouts. It's going to be full timeout.
We'll take it with them. You're watching Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Hello, my name is Sean Kroll, and I've been a part of the Indiana SRN family for the last 9 years. Last year, we streamed a record 326 sporting events around Central Indiana. All the other guys broadcast basketball and football, but we at Indiana SRN also air volleyball, softball, baseball, and even golf. But we need your help. To continue our mission, please help us by contacting Coach at indianasrn.org. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
47-41 here in the fourth quarter of the Girls City Championship. Big three on the other end by Cathedral to stay close. You'll see it here from Fields. Knocks it down. As every time Heritage thinks they're pulling away, Cathedral stays close. Nice pass by Wiggins to Lee under the bucket for her first basket of the game, and it's 49-41. Fields now looking for someone to Bremer. He's getting some playing time because Justice Gordon, their leading scorer, on the bench with 4 fouls. Nice job by Fields driving to the hole and scoring. They're going to need her to step up scoring-wise as she's all over Wiggins. Brown has it. They're going to get that on Bremer. That'll be her first. And I believe that's 1-1 if I'm not mistaken.
It will be as we check out this inbound skip pass from.
Watch the pass from Wiggins right here.
Nice little touch pass.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Tierney Brown to the line for 1 in the bonus, which Heritage Christian will have the rest of the way out. And she misses it. Gotta make your free throws. She has not scored in the second half. As Finn gets it over to Klein for the jumper. Got it. Her second basket of the game, and it's a 4-point game. Cathedral's hanging in there. Deaton, 3-ball, no good. And Finn, amongst 3 Heritage Christian Eagles, got the rebound. Fields for 3. Got it! Fields picking up the slack, and it's a 1-point game. And the Cathedral crowd is coming alive, trying to get it, and they're going to get a foul on Fields. That'll be her third. Let's take a look at that 3. She got open, needed to hit it, and she did. And it's a 1-point game with Watkins at the line for 1 in the bonus. Watkins, 64.5% free throw shooter, hits the first. Brown is 67. Wiggins, 45. Watkins, 65. Deaton, 50. And Lee, 41. And she gets both.
Caught every bit of the rim there.
It did, maybe twice. Lee has it. Over to Bremer. Fields has been their scorer since Gordon went down. Skip pass, not smart, and Brown has it. Numbers, stop, contact, nothing going there.
Offensive foul.
That's a late whistle, but they're going to get that on Brown, only her second. I thought if they're going to call that, they'd call it right away, but.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's not the call because block charges are one of the hardest things that you can call in basketball, so you never question that. It was just the timeliness of the call that was.
And maybe her whistle got stuck. They found her over the bucket. They got it to Bremer, and it's in a 1-point game again. One versus 2, 1-point game. 4 minutes as Wiggins falls down, and they're going to call that on Bremer. That's her second. The Cathedral crowd's imploring that she just fell down as Wiggins goes to the line for 2. She makes the first. It was all Tierney Brown in the first half. It's all Ariana Wiggins in the second half for the Eagles.
And if you're the Irish, this is not who you want at the line, as she has made all 6 foul shots.
Impressive considering she's only 45% for the line from the year. Klein works it around. Lee thought about the 3. Tip from behind. Good play by Watkins, and Brown has the basketball. Space, up. Couldn't get it to go. Courtney Lee with the board and the putback. 5 points again. Lee thought about it. Oh, she traveled.
Easy call.
And we got a cramp. I have a cramp on Watkins. We'll see the up, under, and Lee with the big board going to the opposite side of the basket.
Now, I will say this, Sean, with that replay, if you're Courtney Lee, you cannot continuously dribble off of that rebound. You have to just be able to be strong enough to put the shot back up, because 9 times out of 10, there's a player flying in trying to grab that rebound, and that if you put it down on the floor, it's going to be knocked away from you.
We'll take a break with the injury on the floor. You're watching Indiana SRN.
Our family has been very happy working with Wallflower Pictures,
because they make sure that I get the acting skills that I need in this industry and the education that I need.
Wallflower Pictures supports UV's journey in the industry. They're very passionate about his growth, and they're very professional and attentive to our needs.
And I truly believe in the projects I've worked on, like For the Boys and The Walk.
We love working with Wallflower Pictures.
Hey, as you can see, never miss an upcoming game on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel, Indiana SRN. You will get all the notifications of games coming up and games that have been played. It'll show up in your feed because of the wonderful logarithm that YouTube has. It's amazing how you can watch one video and next thing you know, your feed has tons of videos. Like, I love Bob Ross. And so I watched some Bob Ross, and next thing I know, it's like 36 Bob Ross videos.
In your recommended page,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we like it if Indiana SRN's there, though.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, when you do subscribe to Indiana SRN, click the bell and hit all notifications. That way you're never miss whenever we decide to go live 30 minutes before the broadcast, even 10 minutes before the broadcast. And then when we actually do go live, you never miss an update if you click subscribe and click the notification bells, and make sure you click all notifications. Because of the YouTube algorithm, that's what you have to do nowadays.
Couple of scores here at halftime. Lawrence Central up on Pike 32-23. Guerin and Covenant Christian, our other webcast tonight, Guerin is leading Covenant 47-40 at the end of 3. That Lawrence Central Pike score is the Marion County tournament here. 3:52 to play, 55-50. Heritage Christian, they just got the basketball on a traveling call on Clara Lee, but on that play, Sydney Watkins went to the floor, and they've been working on her ever since.
It's starting to look more and more like a cramp as they got her to go from her back to her backside. And let's see how they work it.
So what is it that Cathedral can do? I mean, it's, Heritage kind of breaks away a little bit and gets a little bit of lead, and Cathedral fights back. But Cathedral now, 3:52. Justice Gordon looks like she's checked back in. She's got it going on right now because the only thing she's got left is that one foul. She cannot be in any compromising position defensively. Is this a case where you go right at her if you're Heritage?
Yeah, you have to go right at her, but you have to be careful yourself because you have Tierney Brown with 2 fouls. She's the only one that I see on the floor that is in any type of foul trouble. So you can dribble drive on Justice Gordon, who's been silent in the second half. But if you're Cathedral, you really have to go through Courtney Fields.
Emma Williams checks in for Sydney Watkins as Wiggins comes across the timeline with the basketball. They are pressuring them way back at the midcourt line, as the defense has been fantastic for Cathedral, as Williams almost lost it, but Wiggins got it. Are they playing a little bit of keep away here?
Maybe, but at the same time, I don't know if you can keep it away from 3.5 minutes.
That is true. They're just looking for a cutter to get an easy shot, which Coach Reisinger is good at coaching. Again, 5-point lead. Next foul is double bonus for Heritage Christian. So they'll get 2 shots for every foul from here on out on Cathedral. And they're holding the ball.
And again, this is kind of not what you want to see when you're only up by 5, but you're eating clock.
The clock is your friend now.
But
almost a steal. And Wiggins threw it away. You got 2 people down deep. They thought about Piper. They pulled it back, and now they get it to Gordon. Lee drives in, kicks it out. Klein thought about it. No, couldn't do it. Gordon 3-ball, no good. Oh, Wiggins had it but lost it, and it's a jump ball. It'll go to Cathedral. And Watkins is back in. How on earth is she back in? Whew. That's some kind of cramp to not be able to walk, but then come right back in. My goodness.
Charlie Horse more like it, but at the same time, great job by the training staff for both teams to be able to work that out. Get some fluids in her, and now she's back in the game.
Skip pass, Gordon has it, drives in, gets to Klein. Short jumper, and she got it. Klein's been big for them. She's had 6. And here comes the pressure again from Cathedral, and they got the ball on the floor. It's a jump ball. It'll go to Heritage Christian.
And this is what, if you're Coach Reisinger and the Heritage Christian Eagles, you can't be on the sideline. You can't be by half court and expect not the trap to come, because those sideline and that mid-court trap act as a second or third defender.
Yeah, and that's where it's the basketball IQ of the Cathedral girls when they're in that area to double team them so that you have 3 defenders when you're only using 2 on one person with the basketball. That almost cost Heritage there, but the jump ball went in their direction. 3-point lead, 2.06 to go. Heritage with the basketball. What are you looking for Heritage to do here offensively?
Well, they can't continue to try to drive and kill time, because they've shown that they are very vulnerable to turning the ball over. You have to find a nice open shot. And I like the fact that Wiggins was able to drive and penetrate, but when she drove that last series down, she wasn't looking to shoot. You have to be able to look to shoot, put the Irish away, because if you don't, they're going to come storming back, and they've proven in this quarter that they can hit the 3. Courtney Fields has not missed a 3-pointer in this quarter.
They get it to Lee. She hasn't dribbled yet. Got it to Wiggins barely. And there's that trap. Almost threw it away. They're trying to double team. Brown thought about it. Contact on Gordon. No foul call. Ooh, that was a close one there. As Brown saw it, and she's like, oh, I'm going to foul her out, but didn't happen. Under their own basket. Brown gets it into Watkins. Guarded closely by Piper. And they're trying not to foul because it's 2 shots. And they're wanting an offensive foul, and she tripped over her feet. Brown over to Deaton, down to Lee. Oh, she had it up and missed it. Contact by Piper, no contact. Lee all by herself. Oh, she missed the layup. She missed the layup. Brown got caught, and my goodness, it's crazy right now. With a minute 20 to go on the floor, Fields stole it. Piper to Gordon. Got caught, and they're calling a timeout. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's catch our breath here for a second. That was a crazy sequence of events, Justin.
Yeah, it was. It was the fact that Brown Piper was able to that lost the ball, and then Heritage not able to contribute on it as they're still working on Sydney Watkins to get it. And then even Piper, I'm not going to say she flopped, Sean, but she definitely with the, what is it, Golden Emmys coming up?
I thought she tripped over on feet when she went that way.
She was definitely looking for the offensive
foul.
foul.
Oh, that's a smart play on her part if you can get it.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're a Cathedral, you have to continue to play strong defense because you're not always guaranteed to get that shot, that foul call, and especially with this referee crew, they've proven that they're going to let you play that out unless it's blatantly obvious, and that was not.
Here we go, Fields with the basketball. 3-point deficit for Cathedral, and they have the basketball. Lee thought about it. Fields almost had a shot. Now she's going to take it. No good. And Watkins with the basketball and a foul on Finn. I will say it's their fourth, but I've been wrong the last few, so we'll see.
Their third.
Okay.
I think I know what happened. They moved that foul that we had, that I originally said was on Justice Gordon. When they originally had on Finn, they moved it to Gordon,
Gotcha.
And now Finn has 3.
2 shots for Watkins. First one is good. 4-point lead, 2-possession game now. Minute 1 to go here in the fourth quarter for the city championship. Second one no good. Watkins almost got the rebound herself amongst 3.
And you have to think about how much that cramp is affecting her on those free throws.
Under a minute to go. You still got time. Oh, great defense by Brown. Fronted Justice Gordon and stole the inbounds pass, and there she fouls out.
Just a frustration foul by Justice Gordon. Picking up her 5th. She had 0 points in the second half.
Finishes with 10. And yet, they're only down 4. Which tells you how well everybody else has played as well.
Oh, yeah.
Watkins again for 2. She was 1 of 2 last time. Let's see what she does this time. First one is good. This next one kind of forces Cathedral to take 3 balls for the rest of the time if it goes down. And it's good. 5 points, all free throws for Watkins, and great token pressure from Wiggins to keep the ball out of Fields' hands. Piper almost traveled with it. Skip past Lee, 3, no good. Nice board there. And is that Bremer? No, that's Mia Finn. She'll shoot 2. Emery Deaton with the foul, her second. And Finn gets 2 shots with no time coming off the clock.
These are huge for Mia Finn and the Lady Irish. Chip away the lead. Half minute left to play on the dot.
She makes it. She is a 38% free throw shooter on the year.
1 of 2 for the day. She only has 3 points. And an early lane violation is going to go to Heritage Christian.
Wow. That's huge.
And Coach Reisinger is going to talk it over. 30-second timeout by Coach Reisinger.
58-53, Heritage Christian has the basketball. You know they're going to want to get it into Wiggins' hands because she's been money from the free throw line tonight. It's a 5-point lead. Anybody that goes that makes 2 free throws makes it a 3-possession game. So you want to make sure and put it in that one person's hands you want it to stripe.
Yeah, and if you're Cathedral, whoever you're inbounding or whoever's inbounding, you want to make sure that you guard them just as tightly because you don't want to have then toss it back and kill even more time off the clock. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're Coach Finn here that you try to get the foul with no time coming off the clock.
Yeah. maybe pull someone or yank out a jersey. That's been done before. All right, here we go. Opposite end.
It's not going to be Wiggins. She's inbounding it.
She's inbounding the basketball. That's interesting. As they look like they're trying to get it to Tierney Brown. They do. She's double teamed, immediately fouled, and Wiggins got the ball, but Tierney Brown will shoot 2 as that foul is on Klein. (58-53), 28.6 to go. Only 1.4 went off the clock there. First one is good. First points of the second half for Tierney Brown after 17 in the first. Wiggins has 14 in the second half for the Eagles. And she makes both. 7 points. Finn, 3, no good. Watkins with the basketball. They haven't fouled her yet, and then they do. And Finn is going to get her 4th foul.
Heritage Christian fans chanting, "This is our house." Well, that's definitely true for this city tournament. As this, again, still 17 seconds away, but a 7-point lead for the Lady Eagles with these pair of free throws coming.
And they actually have people at the line now. She misses the first, does Watkins, and it looks like it's going to be the 15th.
I was avoiding that for that reason, but yes.
City championship, and she makes the second, meaning the last time they lost it, my oldest son had just turned 1, who is a sophomore in high school.
Almost carried by.
Almost did. Crazy shot. Great defense. Fields, 3. Got it to go in off the board. She's got 11 this quarter and 14 in the half, or 22. But it's a 5-point game with 2.1 seconds to go. We'll take our last break here. We'll be back for the finals. 2 seconds here on Indiana SRN.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
All right, 2.1 to go. Wiggins to inbound it. They get it into Watkins, and Piper fouls out. And there'll be 2 more free throws with 0.8 seconds to go. As it looks like Heritage Christian will win their 15th straight city championship. Watkins missed it. Great retort by the Cathedral faithful, saying, "Let's play football." That's pretty good.
Yeah, you got to give it to the fans there.
Watkins makes the second, and that'll be all she wrote. As they win the city championship, does Heritage Christian. Your final score here from Cathedral High School. Heritage Christian 62, Cathedral 56. We'll be back with the postgame show here on Indiana SRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
back here at Cathedral High School, and I love this at center court. Two schools of faith coming together once the game is over to share a prayer. And once again, Heritage Christian with their 15th straight city tournament title, 62-56 over the Cathedral Irish. And what a valiant effort for the Cathedral Irish, as their leading scorer was held to 10 points. Justice Gordon all in the first quarter. As we go through the stats here really quick as we see the celebration. Fields led all scorers with 22. Piper had 5, Gordon 10, Lee 8, Finn 3, Klein off the bench with 6, and Bremer with 2 for 56. For Heritage Christian, Lee and Pettigrew both had 4, but I'll tell you what, it was the three-headed monster of Brown, Wiggins, and Watkins. Wiggins had 21, Watkins had 12, and Brown had 19 for Heritage Christian. And boy, oh boy, those three can play some basketball, Justin.
Yeah, and what's great is that these ladies coming into sectionals, you know, that's just around the corner, Sean. Getting back to play 3A ball as they take the commemorative pictures and get to celebrate here on Cathedral's home floor, and being able to just cut down the nets even as they win 62-56. What a game by both teams, because no team really had it in control up until the last couple minutes.
It was touch and go. It seemed like every time someone got a little bit out in front, or whenever Heritage got a little bit out in front, Cathedral just fought back and fought back. Their defense was incredible this game. They really did a great job of shutting down everyone else. Sadly, you know, Wiggins, Watkins, and Brown still got them. Brown in the first half, Wiggins in the second half. And they just had enough here at the end. In the fourth quarter, it got close. Cathedral went on that run, especially even when Gordon went out, they went on that run. But at the very end, it was Heritage making the plays to pull out the victory.
Yeah, and, you know, again, congratulations to Coach Reisinger and these Lady Eagles, as again, they are City Alliance champions for the 15th year in a row.
That's unbelievable to think that can happen. And, you know, as long as I think we look, oh, hey, how about that? It's Rick Reisinger's 15th year at Heritage Christian. What a surprise, huh?
Yeah, ever since he took the reins of the Lady Eagles, they have won this. The opponent might change, but the victory is still there for the Lady Eagles. Again, now 15 years in a row. The last time there was a different champion, not named Heritage Christian, was the Cathedral Irish, as they beat Arlington, and that was way back in 2004.
That's unbelievable. And, you know, we look back at the game here in the whole tournament, you know, you expect that from Heritage Christian, but what I love about tournaments like this is a Courtney Fields coming up with the big fourth quarter with 11 points. You know, Clara Lee had 8 points, but more than that, Caroline Klein didn't play at all last night. Comes in, gets 6 big points, big rebounds, playing defense. It's those unsung kids that make those plays that allow you to be even in this game. And, you know, we always talk about March Madness, but it's the same way in high school basketball. We'll see it in the tournament, in sectional play. Those kids that you need to step up, stepped up. It just wasn't quite enough for Cathedral tonight.
And again, yeah, because they were able to shut down Ariana Wiggins and Sydney Watkins for the majority of the first half. But again, we mentioned in the pregame, it's always going to be that unsung hero that we don't really think about. That you don't really think about. And for tonight, that was Tierney Brown, who lit the ball up in the first half. It's kind of silent in the second half, but 2 big free throws down the stretch. And again, 62-56, the final score here at Cathedral High School.
All right, folks. Hey, if you are at someone else's game or you're here listening or watching, be careful going home. It's a little bit slick out there. Once again, however, from Cathedral High School, for producer Riley Thomason, For Justin Griffiths, I'm Sean Kroll, your city champions for 2020, the Heritage Christian Eagles, as they defeat the Cathedral Irish 62-56. Good night and God bless.